the house, the one they talking about, word of mouth. The Boxing Playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about. Welcome to the house, the one they talking about, word of mouth. The Boxing Playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.
What's up? This is Sakura A, and you're watching Boxing Playhouse's After Dark series. And you know what? Tonight, I'm super happy to be here. It's ladies' nights, guys. Emilio's under the weather, but we'll catch up with him on a different week. For right now, since it's ladies' night, you got your girl, Sakura A, all to yourself, baby. Now, the thing that I wanted to talk about first with these ladies is we do have some action. The Zone has decided to add some females to, a card. So it's going to be great. It's going to be the March fight that's going to be with Virgil Ortiz and Maurice Booker. So they would be a great addition to the undercard. It's going to be a fun time. And we're going to talk about it a little bit sooner rather than later. But first, I have to talk about Caleb Plant this weekend in the super middleweight division. That 168 division is really heating up. And apparently, according to social media and all the boxing fans we see all hyped up, they are very interested in what basically could be a situation where Charlo moves up to 168 to face Benavidez, baby. And for me, Benavidez versus Charlo is the closest thing that we've heard about in recent times to a real great matchup between two prize fighters. The thing of it is that I think a lot of people are concerned about is just the size of Benavidez. Like, is he going to come in overweight? This is an issue that people are finding, problematic. I don't know, but I like Benavidez for this. I think that that's a fight that he's going to be super serious about. There would probably be some titles on the line. I'm thinking. I think IBF maybe, but whichever one it is, I really don't care. I want to see these two guys go at it, and I'm wondering how you guys feel about that too. Now, the thing of it is, Benavidez has been at 168 a while. And Charlo would have to be, moving up. It's 8 pounds. So, I mean, as fit as he's always been, Jamal is definitely a worthy candidate, for Benavidez. And also could cause some problems for Benavidez. I want to say skill-wise, I really believe that Benavidez would probably not be as in tune as Charlo is with the skills. He is used to using his size advantage on people. Now, with Charlo, I don't know how he's going to look at 168, but I'm going ahead and giving him the benefit of the doubt to say, even with 8 more pounds, honey, he's going to be in tremendous shape. And he's going to be on the warpath because he's going to want to look great. Amazing, actually, in this fight against Benavidez, because there's potential for the huge money fight that people have been wanting to see, even at middleweight with Canelo. So you guys tell me what's up with that. But Caleb Plant, he had a spectacular weekend. He got that W from Caleb Truax. And, it's what most people expected. And once again, at 168, it's proven to be a very busy division at the moment. So, I want to hear from you guys. I want to see exactly what it is and what it is and how you guys, feel about, possibly seeing a Caleb Plant versus Canelo fight and a Benavidez versus Charlo fight at 168. There's nothing wrong with people feeling like, I just want to see Canelo at that division. I'm really not interested in these other players. But I mean, for me, I feel that it's important that all these other great fights be made at that division so that we can lead up to a super fight, situation potentially with a Canelo or a Benavidez versus a Charlo. Like, just mix up all these guys. Billy Joe Saunders, who's about to apparently fight Canelo in May. I mean, that division is just stacked right now. But where does that leave an Andrade, who's at middleweight right now, and he still also wants a fight with Canelo? So I'm wondering, what can we see? What can we expect? How can these guys at 168 try to position themselves in order to be what the fans want to see against someone like a Canelo or a Caleb Plant? Now, we talking about 168. I mean, I didn't mention everybody at 168. You also got Chris Eubanks Jr. that's also at 168. I mean, pretty much we're looking at a situation where, anybody could be at that weight class. Anybody could be at the weight class and expect to fight any of those top names that I just mentioned. And we also have some new talent at 168 too. So I'm just looking forward to that division flourishing and being able to grow and actually seeing these guys matched up with each other. Because that's what's really, absent from boxing right now, is these prize fighters fighting the best in their divisions. And, we need that in order to keep this sport alive and keep it going. And let's see what we have. I don't know what a Steam card is, so I'm going to have to say no on that, Janine. Please make sure you hashtag BPH, hashtag BPH, for us to, be able to read your comments. And we're going to move on now because I did have some other topics right quick that I wanted to run down. I know this is Super Bowl weekend, and I know we got some people that's super excited about that. But we got a DAZN card between one of our good friends of Boxing Playhouse's After Dark podcast. Roger Romo, the trainer, he has a fighter fighting on a DAZN card. Let's see, it's going to be February 13th, and his name is Texira. And he's fighting Castano. These are at welterweight. So, this will be a great matchup. It's something that we can look forward to seeing. So definitely put that on your calendars. We're going to also post it again on our Insta page as well as Facebook and Twitter so that you can put these dates on your calendar coming up. So we want to wish Roger, Coach Roger Roma, and his boxer that's going to be performing in DAZN's February 13th bout. Good luck. We also have Showtime that's also going to have a fight on that night as well. So Showtime Boxing's as well. So we'll also post that fight. Mark Reyes Jr. will also be performing in February too. I believe it's February 17th, which is a Wednesday. So it's going to catch you a little off guard. But we are expected to have MRJ on our podcast next Thursday. So I look forward to that, and we can hear what he's doing to prepare differently for this fight, or whether he's preparing the exact same way. Like, I want to know, like, how that's all going for him. And then we can have more on exactly what his plans are for the future if he gets through this next fight successfully. It is a step up in competition, so we're also wishing MRJ the best on that. Now, speaking on the 168 division, I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch your what you guys are saying too. We got Griza, he's from UK. He says, hello from UK. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thanks so much. And don't forget, hashtag BPH. Now, we're also live over on YouTube as well, guys. We're at Boxing Playhouse YouTube channel. We need your subscriptions. I'm not gonna mince words. I'm not gonna say, just go over there, please. All right. We need you to subscribe over at YouTube because we don't want to just only have all these followers as much as we appreciate you guys and fans over here on Facebook. We also need some over on the YouTube. I mean, it's just good business. So please make sure you guys follow us there. Let's see. We also have Ryan Garcia talks that have calmed down a little bit with the Pacquiao. Mayweather Pacquiao is just like, oh my God. Manny Pacquiao, that would be a great fight. But not with Garcia. This would be solely a money fight. It would be a money grab fight. And it's from what I'm hearing, it's like different rumors going around that, Floyd is going in an entirely different type of zone right now. But apparently the rumor was that him and Mayweather were thinking of Mayweather and Pacquiao were thinking about going to for a two. So a rematch there. But then Mayweather posted some things. Mayweather was talking about, well, he's still talking about this Logan fight. And then he put 50 cents up there like he can get it too. Because, 50 cents was running his mouth again about how he might, he could get in an exhibition with him. So Floyd was like, yeah, bring it on if you want to, Floyd also brought up the fact that he could be having another fight in Japan as the exhibition fight too. So that's also a lane that he was thinking about. So I don't really know about these rumors with him and Manny Pacquiao for a repeat fight. Being that all that was said, me personally, I'm really not interested in a Logan fight. But that being said, it's an exhibition, and pretty much Floyd Mayweather has earned the right to fight whoever he wants to fight for an exhibition. Why not? It's for fun. A lot of times some charities are involved. But that fight with Logan really is my preference. But if that's what he wants to do, then, he has all right to try to do it or do it. I'm not against it. Let's see who else we got up here tonight. I did think I saw Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony Sr., why the heck? You know what? You being all quiet on here and you be listening to me. So shout out to MRJ's team, which includes his father, who's so dedicated to him, Mark Anthony Sr. He says, I have to subscribe. Where is my boy Emilio Santana? Well, Emilio, he's feeling a little under the weather this week. So he decided to sit out. And this is supposed to be ladies' night. So, in honor of ladies' night, ladies in boxing, you got me. I hope that it's good enough. Now, on to the next subject. Now, okay, so I had some more stories here. Oh, the Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. They're reporting that it could be at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. In other areas that they're thinking could possibly be Texas and Florida, of course, because our states, Texas and Florida, are allowing fights right now. You get 20 to 30% capacity. Obviously, everybody knows that with the Super Bowl. Hashtag BPH, baby. Hashtag it, please. Let's see who else we got up here. Oh, thank you so much, Mama. Wow, beautiful. I appreciate that. Now, I need some real boxing fans on here because I'm asking you guys some important questions about whether you want to see a Benavidez versus Canelo fight or a Benavidez versus Charlo fight. If you want to see a Caleb Plant versus Canelo fight, or maybe you want to see Caleb Plant mix it up with one of the other two names I mentioned. And you also got Chris Eubanks Jr. hanging out there at 168. I'm going to need for somebody to answer these questions for me. And then he says, you should do another show with your sidekick, Dahlia Duran. You know what, Mark? You're absolutely right. And we'll just have to see about that soon. Or maybe, just maybe, well, maybe if you could keep a secret. Well, no, I better not do that. I better just wait until something is firm and concrete before I start spilling beans around here, MRJ and MR. So I appreciate that you were saying that. Ladies' Nights is definitely always going to be our first Monday of the week. You know, we got caught up and very, like, you know, this has just been a really busy week. And then Emilio getting, you know, feeling a little under the weather. All this stuff added up to, you got me. You got Ladies' Night. And I can't wait to be able to announce something good for you guys coming up soon. We do got Dahlia, the beautiful Duran. She's in the house. She says, hola, Dahlia. Mark Anthony thinks that you and I should have a show. What do you think about that? It's interesting that he brought that up. But we appreciate any help. Mark, if you can answer me this question, do you want to see a Benavidez versus Charlo fight? Do you think that Benavidez is too small to fight someone like, I guess someone like a Charlo? Is Benavidez really a light heavyweight? Please fill it in for me. Let me know what you think. And do you think Caleb Plant is ready for Canelo? After his performance this weekend, I say he is. Some people are saying he's not. I don't really agree with them, but I'm looking for opinions right now. I want to know what the boxing fans think. And here's Emilio Santana right now saying, hey, Sakura. Well, thank you so much, Emilio. I'm lonely. I'm missing my sidekick right now. So, Emilio, I'm sorry you're under the weather right now, but thanks so much for your support tonight, because I know you're not feeling their best. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about is Anthony Joshua signing his first boxer, which is going to be Ricky Hatton's son, guys, Campbell Hatton. Anthony Joshua has a management company. He's starting to promote. He has his team assembled. I mean, and this kid, apparently Campbell Hatton is a boxer, a prospect that we need to watch out for. He's going to be on the AJ versus Alexander Povetkin. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. He's going to be on the Dillian White versus Alexander Povetkin rematch. This fight is going to be March 6th. But shout out to AJ for having this great signing. I mean, it's quite a way to start out a new management company. AJ's doing big things, and he's looking out for his future. And as the beautiful Dahlia always asks our boxers, what do you have planned for your future after boxing? So this is an important question, and I'm glad that AJ is starting to develop his future plans once he exits and retires from the sport. So let's see. We have, Mark saying, I think Benavidez has the goods. I can see him beating Charlo at 168. Okay. Now, what about Caleb Plant? We got to throw him in here because, you know, he just won his fight this weekend, and he is sweet hands, baby. So we want to know where you see him fitting into this 168 battle. And should he get this fight with Canelo? Would he have a potential chance of really beating him, being that he's not falling for the coins? Oh, no. See, this is what I like about Caleb Plant, where he actually is invested in his legacy. You're not going to just try to call him up last minute and be like, hey, I need you in 3 weeks to fight Canelo. Oh, no. They done tried this not once, but twice, apparently. So I'm team Kayla Plant for a moment, because here's the thing. We have seen fighter after fighter, boxer after boxer line up for Canelo, and they get in the ring, as I've been saying, and they do not have it in their heart or the desire to even try to win. It's like they already like, well, I got my coins regardless. So, I don't like that. So for Caleb Plant to not agree to come in early and want to be in actual shape, he deserves a lot of respect from boxing fans. So that's how I feel on that. Now, all right. So Mark says you should ask that same question to MRJ. Life after boxing. Absolutely. We'd be glad to ask him that. I mean, I'm always trying to throw him off his game anyway, because he's just so smooth and answers so nice and so intelligently. I'm always looking for that one question that I can be like, I got him on that one. But so far, I've hit 0. The kind-hearted assassin, he is able to beat my interview questions. And that's saying a lot, because I'll be popping up with some out-of-the-box type questions. But I look forward to trying again next Thursday, guys, at 8 p.m. when MRJ joins us to talk about his upcoming bout with Showtime as the main event. Woohoo! Yes! For the main event, and that is for what a fight is going to be February 17th. So it's on a Wednesday. You got to be careful and really put it on your calendar. All right, so let's see what this here is going on. He says, Jesus, what's up, man? He says, Shakira, did you hear about Stephen A. about women shouldn't be fighting, or whatever he said, and what you think about his comments? Well, you know what? Of course, I heard about what Stephen A. said, and I did make a comment on the women's boxing group, because here's the thing. Okay, and then I'm going to get back to Mark's question. But here's the thing about Stephen A. and boxing. This is not his main focus, guys. He's not like, an aficionado of boxing or anything. I said I doubt that he's ever been to a real live event on some of these cards, local, regional, hell, I'll even suspect national. I bet he hasn't been to any fights, and I'm not even talking about an all-women card like Clarissa Shields and them have planned. I'm talking about he hasn't been to a fight where there's maybe 1 or 2 female fights on the card mixed in with men. I'm assuming that he probably hasn't even been to an event like that to see somebody like an Ava Knight over, steal the show, from all of the men on the card. Or a KO Kaylee Reese. I doubt if he's seen the type of real boxing that these women put on, and some of them with power. Now, he may say it's boring to him. Really, he didn't speak directly on to boxing. Let me just first clear that up. He said, well, he was talking about UFC women or MMA women, but we could assume he was talking about female. We can assume that. A lot of people are assuming that he's meaning the whole bucket of combat sports, ladies. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with Stephen A.'s opinion, but I just feel like, is it really an opinion when you haven't actually experienced some of these fights, especially in person? I mean, now I know right now it may not be quite as easy to get to a real live event with women on the card, but I mean, I just implore him and entice him and invite him to just hang out with us one night, Boxing Playhouse, and maybe go and see some of these cards. And then he can just get a feel for it himself. And I just would like to say that we got to give him an opportunity to be able to, correct that, before he's speaking on, such a subject. For me, ladies steal the show on a lot of these cards that they're involved in. And I'm not exaggerating. It's not because I'm a lady myself. That's just how it is. I'm just telling the facts. Like, this is how I feel about it. My thing of it is that women boxing deserves that platform and they deserve that chance. But if we really want to make sure that these ladies get that chance, we don't have to worry about Stephen A. Oh, no, we don't have to worry about Stephen A, honey. All we need to worry about is these boxing commissions and these organizations, these sanctioning bodies, and them not allowing them to do 3 minutes. I think that would clear up a lot of the arguments, a lot of the pushback from main boxing fans. Is if they knew when they went, it was 3 rounds, just like the men, and on top of that, I'm sure we're gonna get more KOs, and that's really what the fans want to see. I ain't mad at Stephen A. Oh no, I'm not. But he's pinpointing a situation that the mentality of a lot of male boxing fans is. So I mean, there's always truth in someone's opinion, but is it based on reality and facts, and is it based on actual experiences? Now, if I go and I watch 5 women fights at different events, and then I'm bored through every last damn one of them, then I say, hey, Stephen A, you got a damn point. But if you haven't done it, and you haven't seen it, and you haven't tried it, then I'm not really going to be focused on what you said. But Stephen A, we invite you to the show so you can, tell us what you really feel about women in the sport. And I also invite you to come with us, Boxing Playhouse. You can ride with us out to one of these events, and we can show you exactly what the hell we talking about. Because, honey, the proof is in the pudding, baby. Or in this situation, it's going to be in the ring. Thanks for that question. I appreciated that, because I almost forgot to bring it up. All right. So Mark Anthony says for 168, Caleb Plant didn't impress this last fight, but he hurt his hands. Plant is a force to be reckoned with. Right. Now, I am hearing that he did reportedly mess up his hands, and we're all sorry that actually happened to him. It's no problem, you know what I'm saying, for Caleb Plant, mainly because it seems like it's already baked into the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Like, Canelo, first he has to fight Yildirim later this month. And then later in May, he's got it lined up to fight Billy Joe Saunders already as well. So this is all time that Caleb Plant has to heal up them sweet hands, so he can get back into that ring whenever Canelo is ready to position that fight to happen, when he's ready to face some competition of what I call a prize caliber that is befitting of Canelo's name. Now, some of the people are going to say, oh, you're just against Canelo. Oh, you don't like Canelo. This is not the case. I actually, my problem with Canelo is just, he pisses me off. He pisses me off beyond belief, because half of these people that he's not fighting, and I did say half. Okay, I'm going to go up a little bit more. 3/4 of these people that he's facing, even higher, 99% of the people that he is not facing are fights he can win. And that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, means that he is not applying the simple principle type of legendary mentality a boxer needs to become iconic, like Caleb Plant is trying to do. So that's the problem for me when it comes to Canelo. But don't try to say I hate on him. No. It's the opposite. It's because I like his style and I like what he's doing. But damn, fight some real competition. I'm sick of this Yildirim type stuff. Now, Billy Joe Saunders, to me, that is a legitimate fight for him. So I'm looking forward to seeing him against Billy Joe Saunders, cause I understand that Billy Joe has some skills. He is not the typical Canelo opponent as far as, basically he knows how to move around the ring. He has great ring generalship and a high boxing IQ. So these are the things that I like to see Canelo. These are the people that I like to see Canelo face. All right, so let's see what else we got going on. Okay, I missed something else. I missed a whole lot. The thing moved on me, guys. Okay, so Corey says, hey, beautiful. What's up, Corey? Appreciate the love. Make sure you guys push hashtag, the number sign, BPH for Boxing Playhouse. Let's see who else we got. Amanda Serrano, she is the truth, Atara. And I personally want to see her. Well, I mean, I'm hoping maybe she's on that all-girl card. I mean, I know they're trying to do some really amazing things with that card. So I am hoping that. Kelly says, hey, Sakura, love ladies night. Well, thank you, Kelly. We love you right back. Hashtag BPH. And then we got Atara. He says, Plant would get killed by David or Canelo. He sucks. You know what? I have to disagree with you. You know, if you're basing that on his recent fight with Truex, you have to realize that Truex is a veteran and he's used to surviving. He had the one win over I forgot my man's name, just that fight, James DeGale. And then James DeGale had a rematch and he beat him. He was supposed to fight Kid Chocolate. He did actually fight Kid Chocolate, but it got stopped because of a nasty headbutt. I haven't seen Caleb Truex down that much in any of his fights out like that. So some people you just is not going to be able to knock out. Now, let's see. Hey, Sakura, love ladies night. Oh, okay. Who else did I see? Oh, Mark is talking to and interacting with guests. He's talking to Giza and he's saying that Stephen A. Smith don't know shit about boxing in Roger Mayweather's voice. Well, you know, I wasn't going to say all that because I respect Stephen A. for his, I mean, and you know, I respect him for his professional commentating. I do. I'm just simply saying that sometimes you got to be on the ground, baby. You got to be grassroots like you do in a political campaign. You got to be out here in these streets and in these small venues or these medium-sized venues so you can see the real talent across the board before you can put in a true, what do you say, a true analysis of women boxing. All right, so let's go down here and see what else is going on between people. Let's see. Mark is saying for women's boxing, Amanda is carrying women's boxing for a long time. I really thought Shields would have been the future, but she messed up outside the ring, losing many fans. Well, you know, there's a lot behind that, Mark. You know, we've talked many times about some of the inadequacies and inequalities in the sport. But she could do better with listening to some of her people that are rooting for her. She could even do really better and come on Ladies Night with Boxing Playhouse and Sakura. Hey, let's get that name out there. Let's hear the reasons why these boxing fans really need to keep an eye on you. Other than the fact, and these are true facts, the lady is a two-time Olympic gold medalist. She's a multi-division champion from super middleweight all the way down to a super welterweight. She's willing to fight people at welterweight. Recently, I've heard that she says, yes, I would fight, you know, a McCaskill or, you know, the First Lady. I would fight the brackets. I would fight them at 147-ish. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some things are just like certain athletes, they can do one thing wrong and they can never live it down. I was speaking to a good friend of mine, Dahlia Duran. Okay, when I was speaking to her and I was telling her how, with the Super Bowl coming up, I had recently heard the story that my man Brady, okay, quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he is going to be in Tampa this weekend. But he still has a busload, entire commercial busload of people, fans, coming from his old area, the Patriots, coming down to see him and support him. Now, that's amazing. That's the way it should be. But you take somebody like, and you compare that to how, my man from basketball was treated when he left Cleveland. Or was it Cleveland? I'm getting confused. I can't even remember his name right this second, as big as he is. But anyway, he's an NBA baller, and he left Cleveland and he came down here to Miami just so he could get some rings. His team wasn't working with him. Basically, the fans wasn't having it in Cleveland. I mean, they just raked his ass over the coals until he came back to that area. So, like, it's just an inequality and it's this imbalance that we sometimes see in the sport. But I don't think Clarissa Shields deserves all of the ridiculous, fans that like boxing fans. Apparently, how you a boxing fan and you don't like the a multiple champion female boxer who's willing to fight anybody? I don't understand that. But you got boxing fans that they want to use one or two things against her, and I don't think that that's right. Is she good in the ring? Hell yeah. If you're a boxing fan, love it. That's all you can do. But I like Amanda Serrano too, Mark. She's cool. I like her. Okay, so Dahlia Duran, we want to send a thank you out to her because she is still being our resident translator. She is translating for us from English to Spanish. The beautiful Dahlia, you can find her at Dahlia Duran, and you can on Facebook for right now. And she also has a Twitter page as well. So please sign up for her. And thank you so much. I love that lady so much. She is very supportive. And when we talk about ladies of boxing, women in boxing, you ain't nobody if you ain't got somebody supporting you that's your own kind. She's a fellow lady in the sport too. So, it's just a sad situation that you have some ladies out here that's just not gonna support each other. I don't give a damn what you try to do. But at the same time, there's some ladies that really step up and they really try to show their love and support for each other. And I'm glad to be able to say that, I'm trying my best to be one of those ladies that support other ladies, Let's see what we have here. We got Juan speaking on ladies. He says, can you just give me a shout out? I represent for WBA, Women's International Boxing Association, and Universal Boxing Council. And we have available titles in several divisions. Contact me for title fights. Hope this message is okay. Thank you and God bless. Yes, the message is great. I need you to hashtag BPH next time, though. I do. Now, the whole reason why that is very important is because you are a sanctioning body for women, and that is very important for us as if we're trying to carry women's boxing to the next level. So I do appreciate that, but I do want you to give us a call or send us an inbox next time so we can possibly have you on as a guest. And we can also talk to you about some of our package options that can help you too with marketing for your sanctioning body, WBA. So don't forget, inbox us. We need your contact information and we can further discuss. Okay, so we got a lot of, she says, hey, Sakura, how are you all doing? Where is my buddy, Emilio? Well, you know what? Emilio is under the weather a little bit, so he decided to sit out. Plus, It's ladies' night, baby. So we need lady. Lady being Sakura. Hey, I'll tell him that you were looking for him. I'm sorry, not looking at him. But don't ask too much where he at, because I hate to have to beat your ass, lady. All right. So we got Dylan. Dylan. Pusun. How you doing, Dylan? All the way from Detroit. I remember you. And I appreciate you watching the show. He's a fighter out of Detroit. He does boxing and MMA. So he says Stephen Smith is just salty because he can't box. Well, you know how it is. You know, he got raked over the coals that one time when, you know, he was doing a little misstepping on some of the boxing knowledge with opponents and things one time. And I don't know, ever since then, I mean, I just don't know if he took it that well or not. But he'll be okay. Stephen A. All right, so Ricardo says Canelo is number one pound for pound. Ricardo Martinez, I understand that's how you feel, baby. But I got to see that in action. You want me to call you pound for pound number one? You got to be fighting the damn best in your division. Because otherwise, I'm looking at you sideways. All right, so we got some other people on here tonight. Oh my God, Tara, why you say that? I'm gonna get to that one in a minute. Let me read some more comments. I got Amy. She says, looking good, Score, watching from Detroit. Well, that's amazing. I like that city right there, Detroit. We talked to one of our area boxers, Ricardo Graham, last week, Mr. Finesse, and he's currently in Detroit right now training. So Detroit, that's a legendary town for boxing. Mike Ortiz says, you didn't see Darrell knock out Truex in the first round. Hello, I said I recently I had said, and I also said not recently. I also said he hasn't been down a lot. So stay in your lane. Listen to what I'm saying to you, Mike, and don't try to make me look bad. Now, what I was saying is that Kid Chocolate, Darrell, you brought up Darrell, but I meant to say DeGal, and now we got Caleb Plant. This guy's not easy to get out of there. All right, Atara. Canelo won't fight the Charlo twin. Right, Jamal. Jamal is the older Charlo. And, you know, Charlo has been trying to catch a fight with him at middleweight. That didn't happen. And now here we go at 168. He's willing to move up. Ooh, my legs is like numb right now, guys. He's willing to do the fight with him at 168. But in the meantime, why not Benavidez Charlo? They're both in the same stable. It's easy to make. And it's possibly going to be a really, really action-packed fight. So, I mean, I would be curious to see if someone like Charlo could knock out someone as big as a Benavidez. All right. Atara, why did you say this? Shields don't act like a lady. First of all, I don't even know where to start with this, but she is a lady. Just like I am. Just like a lot of us are. You know, we're ladies. We don't all act alike. We don't all have the same characteristics. And we don't all, you know, walk around with foo-foo makeup and pink everything and glamour this and glitter that. You know, they make us in different personalities and types, just like they do men. So I really don't like that comment what I'm trying to get to. I didn't like that comment at all. But I still love you. And hashtag Boxing Playhouse. Okay. So Angela, she says she's in Las Vegas. Be safe. It's a great show. I really appreciate that. It's ladies' night. and we are ready to tell it all about the ladies. I don't like when people talk stuff about Clarissa and her not being a lady or a female. I don't like stuff like that, you know? So, anyway, we're going to keep it moving because this is about women's boxing, ladies' night for boxing. Okay, so we got another comment here. And Atari says Shields better leave Amanda Nunes alone. Well, dang, Atari, you don't want her to have no action. You got a problem with Clarissa as a female. You got a problem with a fight in boxing. You got a problem. I need for you to you got to get some support in you. I'm going to make you positive in a minute. Okay. Dahlia, she actually agrees with you. Beautiful Dahlia says for real. So Amanda Nunes right now is not a good match for Clarissa because she is still learning. However, I did receive word from someone close to me that lives out in LA and had actually seen Clarissa training, and they were very impressed. They are an avid MMA fan. You know, they go to UFC fights all the time, and they said that Clarissa was looking good. And they had changed their mind about whether or not she can make it in MMA. So that was quite interesting for me because he is like, woo, he's tough to get to say anything positive these days. But I mean, he did tell me that. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So shout out to Tim. Oh, okay. Dylan says he's from Chicago. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't remember, but I do remember you, and I remember your face from Daytona Beach show. He said, Chicago. You see Steve Smith hitting mitts? It's funny. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I didn't really think it was that good, but I mean, he's not a daggone athlete like that, guys. He's a sports broadcaster, you know. Antonio Cruz says, hello, keep doing you, baby girl. Love your knowledge of the game. I appreciate it, Antonio Cruz. You're just the sweetheart. He says, Charlo, the Charlos are some crybaby divas. Oh, okay. All right. Now we're going to get on this subject. While he's talking about this subject, somebody did end up texting me something and thought it was funny. Pretty much someone on Twitter tweeted that Jamal Charlo had recently said that since he's been vaccinated, he doesn't want to fight anyone else who hasn't been. So basically he's saying he wants an opponent that's also been vaccinated. He says, and that's including David Benavidez. So he wants David Benavidez to also be, given a vaccine shot. And then there was this comment that I'm not so sure about, which also said he's not fighting anyone under 25. I love this sport. But see, I'm questioning the 25 because I don't know if he's saying 25 years old or that's not who's not under 25 on the on the list, on the rankings. So I don't know which one that was on that part of the comment. But let's just get this situation right here going right now. Okay. Here's the thing about that. Now, some people in my boxing group, they thought that was messed up that he would say that. Charlo would say that he needs his opponent to be vaccinated. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. Like, if you've got two boxers that are vaccinated, we don't have to worry about canceling a fight due to one of them having COVID the week of the fight. Because it's more than likely you're increasing your odds that the person doesn't have it. So, to me, it makes more business sense than anything else. Like, why would I prepare for at least 6 weeks to go fight somebody, and I got to pay all these people for my training? I got to be away from my family. I gotta sacrifice and dedicate. Stay on a dietary, stay under a certain weight. I gotta do all these things just for like the week of the fight. My opponent could test positive for COVID-19 if they didn't take the vaccine. Now, I mean, for me, I'm like, yeah, take the damn vaccine. And also, I also made the point that because he's saying I don't want to fight somebody who hasn't taken the vaccine or what have you, like, I mean, it's not 100% the vaccine, but it does increase your odds of not getting sick. You still can pass COVID to someone else in your family. You done got in the ring, you got sweat flying everywhere, sometimes blood. It's a hard fight. So, you're depleted of your own energy. You may not be able to quarantine, like in order for you right now, if you wanted to make sure that your family was safe and you had somebody maybe in your family with a condition that makes them more high risk, in order to make sure you don't give them something right now, what would happen is you would fight and then you would need to go quarantine somewhere else for 14 days to make sure that you don't come home and bring something to your family. This stuff is serious, guys. I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. Yeah, the man want a vaccine. Take the damn vaccine so you can fight and not have to be worrying about whether your fight gonna get canceled at the last minute. You can also protect you as the opponent. You're protecting your own damn family. There's nothing wrong with this statement. This is a bunch of bullshit. It's blown out of proportion. It makes no sense to me why anybody can't see that that's a great idea for two opponents that's getting in the ring with plenty of body fluids flying everywhere. And you got officials there as well, refs, everybody that's involved around that ring is being subjected to that. Take the vaccine. It's easy. I'm not seeing this as something controversial, is what I'm saying. There's nothing controversial about this. I mean, it just doesn't seem like there's anything there. Ugh. All right, so we got Blanca. Blanca says, I just seen y'all on TMZ again. Girl, Harvey loves you too. Oh, thank you so much. It is true that we have fun with Harvey. Harvey and Charles. They're great people, and we love being able to be on with them and giving a different take on different subjects. And thanks so much for supporting us. Every now and again, we're able to our schedules work out where we can be a part of that show, TMZ Live. So, I'm blessed and I appreciate that. I mean, it's not guaranteed that you get on every time. So it's always a nice, day and a happy day when you do actually make the cut. So thank you so much, Blanca. All right, we got my man Chris in the house. Christopher Young is our ref and judge from Florida. He is our resident boxing comrade. And he says, respect to Claressa Shields crossing over to MMA is a big deal. If she wins a world title in MMA, forget about being a GOAT. She would go down as one of the greatest combat fighters ever. Exactly, Chris. And I just realized the other day that Ryan Garcia was also saying something about transitioning over to MMA after a certain point in his boxing career, because he's saying that he really wants to be like one of the best combat sports fighters ever, not just boxing. And that's the same effect that Claressa Shields would have if she's able to accomplish this. But even if she doesn't get a title in MMA, she still is one of the only women besides Holly Holm that does dual. Well, I'm sorry, I misspoke, because Amanda Serrano also has fought MMA, as well as Ava Knight. There's a few ladies out there that's done it. So, but they still would be one of the few females that's able to transition from boxing and also work that MMA. So I'm not mad at Claressa at all. She's got to make her own path. And if boxing is not ready to open the doors fully to females, then these ladies have already found out, well, hey, I can go over here and make me a little coins too. Why not? Nothing is off the table, nothing is off the table. All right, so we got Ricardo. He says women combat sports has a low skill ceiling. Well, I mean, Ricardo, I can't say yes and I can't say no on that one. The reason why I really don't know is because we haven't seen enough of it. We're really not exposed to enough of it. Anytime there's a big fight, it's pay-per-view time. And if it's not, it's also the female not making the card potentially. So I don't think we've seen enough. We don't really know how much talent is really out here in the women's combat sports arena. And that's one reason why we have something like a ladies' night, hashtag that BPH, because we are interested in making sure that these ladies are getting highlighted in the sport. And we want you there for the ride. Now, Ricardo saying, compared to men, I'm not sorry, just speaking facts. Yeah, I don't really think you speaking facts, baby. I just feel like you ain't seen enough. They're not televised enough. There's way more talent out here than is matched up just because they don't want to pay ladies, right? Or you got some male chauvinist promoters out there, they don't even want to have a woman on their card. We still dealing with that. You're dealing with outside forces is what I'm saying. So you can only speak to what you've seen. You can't speak on what you don't see. It's kind of like it's like Stephen A. and what he was saying. And that's just facts. That's the facts. Is I don't answer questions and I don't comment on things that I don't really have enough research in. So for me, I feel I know that we have not seen all the talent that's available in women's boxing. Not at all. And we barely seen enough talent over in MMA. We really haven't. It's not that it's not there. It's like it's not being highlighted. And this is the point that I keep trying to make every first Thursday of every month when you watch Ladies Night. Now, Renee, she says, over from YouTube, shout out to all you YouTubers. I appreciate you being on our podcast tonight. Ricardo, YouTube, thank you so much. Renee says, hey, sis, good night, fam. Oh, well, good night to you, too. I hope you ain't finna leave us. We ain't through yet. All right. Dylan says, I would kick Ryan's skinny chicken legs. Uh-oh. Hashtag Boxing Playhouse. Uh-oh. Dylan, you calling out these main people here, man. What's going on? I mean, is this really how you feel? What's going on? All right. So Renee says, yeah, Ryan said he wants to retire at around 26 years old. Right. Nothing wrong with that. You got a plan, you're trying to execute it, and you're trying to move to your next chapter when it comes to boxing. Because we've seen too many cases. Matter of fact, I'm a part of a charity that's coming up for boxers to help them out because they're not, things happen. And if you're not prepared for what you do after your boxing career falls off, or you retire, or you're injured, that charity is what you have as, to help you. I'm going to be talking about it more as I get the information on it. The event is going to be in Orlando. So these are some of the things that I have lined up for a couple of more shows, but it's going to be a great event. And I am looking forward to being able to share with you guys some of the amazing boxing stuff that's going to be happening with this charity event. So let's see. What I'm saying is, okay, I think Ryan will mainly focus on the entertainment industry, like acting and modeling after boxing. I mean, possibly, but he has the type of fans, including myself. I mean, I want to see Ryan do whatever Ryan wants to do. He don't have to be stuck in no square where he just gotta start, be stuck in acting or modeling. I mean, the kid is decent at boxing, and it's not like he was doing it as a kid. He doesn't have a lot of amateur years underneath him, and he's like, he's durable. I mean, he's able to become a champion, and that takes a certain type of individual to do. So I'm pretty sure anything that Ryan really wants to do with his career next time, in the future years ahead of him, he can do it. He can accomplish it. Thanks, Renee. Brad Jones says, Sakura A, who wins Fury versus AJ? Well, it's ladies' night tonight, Brad. But, I'm going to make it real quick for you. I don't believe either one of them going to win in the first match. I believe they want to catch some rematch money, too. I'm really feeling like they might try to do one of those. It also could be just that close to where, it's like a Wilder Fury 1 type fight, where it's definitely like run it back. So maybe they'll have to run it back. Now, if nothing out of character happens, then and everybody is themselves in the ring that night, then I think Fury could possibly he could outmatch, he could outbest AJ just with the skill level. Fury isn't known for power, but let's see. I mean, it looked like Wilder had some problems that night when he was, 280 something pounds? Like, what weight is Fury going to try to go to next? Is he going to stay closer to the 300 range, or is he going to want to go down so he can be a little bit more slicker and, display a little bit more movement in the fight? There are a lot of variables in that. So right now, I would go with Fury. And don't forget your hashtag BPH, guys. And thank you so much for hanging in here with us tonight on Ladies Night Edition. Ricardo says, well, I'm just saying, compared to men's combat sports, but obviously these women will whoop any average person in the streets' ass. You are fucking funny, man. That was funny, and I didn't mean to curse, guys, but dang, you were like really funny there. I like that. Okay, Ricardo says, all right, let's compare. Which women boxer is just as good or better than Pacquiao, Canelo, Mayweather, and Marquez? I mean, that's funny that you should mention those names, but Clarissa has 2 Olympic gold medals. Off the top of my dome, she has 2 Olympic medals. None of these guys that she mentioned have 2 Olympic golds. We haven't even got to the professional rankings yet. See, the issue right now with women's boxing is you can almost never see how good they are at that level because you don't know their opponents. It's not that they don't offer that same type of talent and that same type of level in skills, etc. It's just that you're not seeing them. It's almost like what's going on with men right now too, where the best is not fighting the best. And Clarissa's defense, there's not a lot of names out there that people know of. So you could have somebody, she could be fighting somebody really, really good. But since you don't know their names, you're less likely to even watch it. But when I tell you, for comparison's sake, what my point is that a lot of these ladies are not even as known as a Clarissa Shields, known as an Amanda Serrano. What I'm telling you is that there's lots of other fighters that are even they're skilled. Maybe not as highly as somebody like a Clarissa Shields, but they are out here. It's just you're not gonna see them unless you really go out to search for them. Unless you get in your car and drive to go see them. This is my point. It's like I don't make determinations on questions or comparisons that is hard for me to make, because even when I get in my car and I drive to these events and I see a wonderful, amazing women's fight, I know that there were probably about 20 other women that I didn't see that night, that I've never heard of. Maybe a good way for you to find out, Ricardo, is if you pull up some of the women's rankings for some of the like the WBA International, or you just go to the women's ranking system, heavyweight division. I mean, there's other divisions. Apparently, what I'm hearing, even though I haven't seen much of this talent, though, what I'm hearing right now is that the 119-pound division is freaking stacked. It's like so much talent. It's like it's just a plethora of women that are in that weight zone. And guess what? You're not gonna see them. So how can you say that something is that someone is not as good as another individual when you never seen them? You can't say it. You just can't say it. All right. So let's see. Brenda says, ladies night live from Miami, baby. Okay, Miami in the house. But I think one of the only weekends ever that the party is not really in Miami. The party is really in Tampa for the Super Bowl this weekend. This is almost to the end of our program for the night, guys. But I want to hear your predictions. Who you got in this Super Bowl? I don't really normally talk about other sports because I'm a boxing girl for sure, 100%. But every now and again, I know what's going on in the world. We got these Super Bowl football fans. Tell me, who you got? Who you got? Are you going for Brady's camp? Who you going? Who you got? I want to hear from you guys. In the meantime, Ricardo says, anything Stephen A. I take with a grain of salt. I don't like him either. Oh my God, Ricardo. Do you like me? And do you love Boxing Playhouse? Renee says, Boxing Playhouse, I think women on boxing deserve a lot more limelight and attention, and in combat sports in general. Absolutely, I agree with you. I mean, we got wrestling, you got MMA, and you got boxing. You got bare knuckle fighting champs, which also, guys, there's a fight this Friday night. You can catch it. It's bare knuckle fighting champs. They got some ladies on that card. Now, these particular ladies, they're brand new, but they're brand new to bare knuckles. I mean, you just check them out. That's an opportunity right there. And I like what bare knuckle fighting champs are doing, and I like what bare knuckles in general is doing, because they are actually giving another platform, another choice for women combat sports athletes. You know, you don't fit in the boxing lane. You know, you want to get paid more than MMA. You can try out bare knuckles. I mean, there's some ladies that didn't even think that they would be good at bare knuckles, but they wanted to make a paycheck. They tried it, and they're amazing. One of my favorites is Christine Ferreira. I did like Helen Peralta. So these ladies are out there. You got Sheena. Sheena's out there. I mean, you need to try it out. So definitely support Bare Knuckles tomorrow night with their fight. It's BKFC. They have their own app, so you can check them out there. And let us know how you liking it. Uh-oh, this thing went way up. I lost where I was at. Where's Emilio? He's not feeling well tonight. But yes, I love that gold cup too. I didn't even get my own class. I know he's sick. Okay. I think Giza was saying Taylor pursue both fight was Parsoon. Her name is Parsoon. Taylor versus Parsoon. Both fights were close. You think they should be you should be bout number 3? Oh, absolutely. Taylor still got them problems, honey. You know, I saw that DAZN fight, the number 2, and shout out to the promoter Eddie Hearns with that mansion and the boxing ring outside. I love that location. I don't know why he stopped doing that one, but I mean, I thought that was a great location. I really enjoyed it there. The scenery was beautiful. But Taylor Parsoon, I feel that she got Katie Taylor's number, and I guess they wanted to move on from it. But yes, that fight was also, Giza, that was very close for me as well. And I totally agree with you on that. I would like to see a third fight. You know, it's just certain people that you box, apparently they get your number. And they're going to always be a problem for you. So I think maybe that's why they wanted to move on. But I thought it was a lot closer than what the judges said. But mind you, I did say the fight was at Matchroom's promoter Eddie Hearns' house. So, you know, Katie is a Eddie Hearns Matchroom boxer. So, and you know, it's like, you know, hometown advantage almost, even though she's from Ireland. So, you know, we got to watch out for those type things. Parsoon, I want to see her in a different fight too. I feel like she should be able to get work with other opponents because of the brilliant job that she's done with Katie in the ring. You know, Taylor's not the only one that should be able to move on from that fight and garner attention. Parsoon does too. She deserves that. Okay, Renee says, Ricardo, I know the perfect platform for you guys to debate that topic. Okay. Brittany Town says, where is Emilio? Okay, we went through that already. Okay. Ricardo says 2 Olympic gold medals. Left my blank off. I against with we though. Lomo has 2. Taylor had 1. Both got whipped by 9 gold medal winners. It doesn't matter. You said how good are they against. Don't try to change what you said. You asked me about how does she compare against them. I gave you one area in which she actually has something that they don't. Don't try to change it. Don't try to change it. All right. So, Kamara says, sipping on some Ciroc. Hashtag BPH. Ladies night. All right. And you know, I love me some Ciroc too. And Ciroc need to come on down to Boxing Playhouse and give us that sponsorship. If you know someone that needs sponsorship and needs marketing for targeted marketing, boxing fans and combat sports fans, please hit us up. Give us an email at boxingplayhouse@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our website as well. And by all means, while you're, you know, doing all that, you can just sign up for Boxing Playhouse. You know, I would love that if you signed up for us everywhere. Subscribe to our website because you will get my articles whenever they come out. You can sign up for different things that, you know, I think you'll really enjoy some of the other things that I brought up too. But I have them on my website, which is www.boxingplayhouse.com. YouTube, of course, Twitter, IG, Facebook, all of that is available for you guys. Just type in Boxing Playhouse and you will find us. And thank you in advance for doing so. All right, so Kamara says, where is your drink, Sakura A? I mean, I know. You know, when my man is sick, I don't get my drink. That's how it works. All right, so we got Ricardo. He said they fight the lower tier competition. So do some of the people that you mentioned. They're not fighting the best. All right. I don't like anybody, he says, except IBFP, though you very kind. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Carlo, Tampa Bay, all the way. All right, Carlo. Yay! I'm going with, I've got to ride out with my Tampa Bay people too, since I'm so close, you know? And then, hello, beautiful. Thanks, Carlos. Hey, Bradenton. We got Giza saying 3 a.m. I got to work at 7 a.m. Always love your show. Love hashtag Boxing Playhouse. Well, we love you too. And we wish you a wonderful, amazing, beautiful, sleepful, restful, dreamy night with Boxing Playhouse. Ricardo says, I spoke fast. 2 medals don't mean you're better than an 8 division, 89 Street, blase, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You ain't speaking fast, because as I told you before, and I'm going to keep saying it again and again, you are on ladies' night, man. You on a ladies' night. Don't you get it? You're on a ladies' night. And not only that, you're sitting up here talking shit about ladies. It don't make sense. Why are you even on here? But now that you are, I'm letting you know you haven't seen anything of the talent that females are offering in the combat sports world. They're only showing you little pieces of it. You're not seeing half of it. You're not even seeing 3/4 of it. You're not seeing 1/3 of it, I mean. So I'm not going to sit up here and try to compare what you call all these champions, and they ain't even fighting the best in their damn self in the males. Okay, I love my male boxing. Don't get me wrong. Now I'm there for it, but I'm just saying, like, you sitting up there trying to hold women to a higher standard than you are their male counterparts when they ain't fighting no damn body. we get a super fight like once a year now, right? No, their records are laughable. You sitting up there laughing, but their records are just as laughable. But anyway, I do appreciate you coming on the show tonight, Ricardo. I appreciate your back and forth. You made the show amazing. So I do hope that you're right back here next week, Thursday. And we look forward to seeing everybody else that participated tonight. You know, I see that I still got 14 people watching. My goodness. I just thank you guys so much for all of your support. And like I said before, I need you guys to sign up for that YouTube channel, honey. Please help me out here. I need that Boxing Playhouse subscription at www.boxingplayhouse.com. I also need it on YouTube. I even need it on Instagram. I need you guys every week. I need you right back here, and I need you immersed in boxing. And I need you supporting women's boxing, because this was our ladies' night. Next week, we're going to have Mark Reyes Jr., who will be the main event with Showtime Boxing for February 17th. And we're going to pick his brain a little bit and see how his training has been going. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Thursday at 8 p.m. Boxing Playhouse. You can find us on Boxing Playhouse YouTube. You can find us on Boxing Playhouse Facebook Live. You can also find us at Twitter, IG, Instagram, Radio, Twitch, even. Guys, we're everywhere just for you. We love you. Love us back. Stay safe this week, guys, and keep in touch. Make sure you stay abreast of all the latest and breaking news that boxing has to offer. Boxing Playhouse, that's what we're all about. Till next time, I'm out.